hello, and welcome to the 102 live stream, which I used to call Monday Live, but it's just a live stream from my studio in Rome, and this is episode number 102, so it's a lot of episodes. I will be playing a little bit of acoustic and electric guitar for you tonight, and while a few people tune in, let me just play a song for you. Assuming everything is working. Give me a shout out and let me know if everything's working, because I now cannot tell at the moment. So if I see somebody writing something in the chat, I'm sure it's working. Okay, looks like at least YouTube is working. I'm not sure about Facebook. I don't see anybody on Facebook. Well, let's just hope that it's working, and let me play a song right away. Hello everybody, first of all. Good evening, everybody. Also from my father, Morando, which is operating the cameras and is showing it to you. Thank you for tuning in to the 102 Monday Live or live stream from my studio. Thanks a bunch, everybody. Thank you guys from YouTube. I will say briefly hi to everybody that just tuned in. So, hi Inaki, welcome. Hello William, hello Mark, and thank you Mark for your sweet donation. Thank you very much. And I will tell you a little bit about it in a second. And ciao Francesco, everything seems to be working, that's fine. Ciao Pietro, Merry Christmas. Hello Dave from Scotland, and ciao Monica, wiwa. And hello Bruce, nice to see you my friend. Ciao Emanuele, hello Bunny, good to see you my friend. Stephen and I are here, good to see you too. Stephen, of course. And hello Peter, ciao Mirko, hello Frederick, hello Sebi, ciao Sebi, grazie mille. Ciao Diana, bello vedere anche Diana. Okay, so let's just switch to the acoustic guitar right away. Passiamo subito all'acustica. Vi voglio suonare un paio di pezzi in drop D. Il maestro Simone Cecchetti, dottore, buonasera. Simone Cecchetti is one of the best photographers around, and he's photographed Tommy Emmanuel many times for the covers of his records, and also mine. The photo that you see back there, the red one on the vinyl, it's him. Hello, Peter. So I would like to play for you a couple of songs in drop D. The first one is from the Beatles, but it's a very unique version that I play. So if you have any questions about guitar, shoot them away. I'm fine answering. Se avete domande di tipo chitarristico, sempre piacere rispondere. Se non le avete, suono qualcosa per voi. Anche domande di vita. If you have questions about life, I can share my perspective, if any of you cares. And but first of all, let's make some more music. So this is Come Together. also with a cool final effect. Thank you, William. Glad you like it. So I have my friend and extraordinary sound engineer just tuning in to make fun of my sofa. How dare you? How dare you make fun of my sofa? Ciao Fabio Martorana, ci vediamo presto all'Asino. And what is William saying? If you're ever in the mood of a slow funk jam version of Come Together, I recommend the Brothers Johnson. They were produced by Quincy Jones during the 70s and 80s. That's nice. That's nice. I actually really like what Quincy Jones does all the time, so I will definitely check that out. And yes, this is on the other side of the expression field, so that's a laid-back funk version. This is like an up-tempo heretic thing that I do. All right. Robbie Boss says he bought my CD, and he says that it's beautiful. Thank you very much, Robbie. And he's asking if it's true that for every CD there's 2 tabs that are free with the purchase of the CD. Yes, it's true, and I've seen your message and I will reply to you shortly. Thank you, by the way. And as you can see, a message just popped in the chat saying that I have a Christmas coupon, so you can buy whatever you want in my studio and get half the price. So that's why I'll get back to you, Robbie, because I changed it. It was 2 for 1. You get 2 items for a price of 1, but that didn't work very well, so I changed it to 50% off. So a few people bought things and I will write to them and fix it. Okay. Oh, those runs, if they ever come right, I have this... This is a cool one, and I got this intervallic jump thing from a guitar player called Carverian. It's a guy from LA that is just one of the best guitar players in the world, and if you don't know him, go check him out. Carl Verheyen is just amazing. Ok. Ciao Diego. Ciao Alessandro. Bello vedervi tutti. Okay, let me play one of my original songs. Excuse me. It's called the 80s. So on the record it has a drum machine on, and it's like a fingerstyle meets electronic music from the 80s kind of version. The one that I play tonight is instead just the fingerstyle part with no backing track. And the song is called the 80s. Just because I was young back then. Oh yes, that's a fun one. And check it out on my record on Through the Years, the record Through the Years. You can find it on Spotify, or you can order a CD if you want on my shop. Everything is half price, so it's 50% off. And there you can have it with a backing track, which is fun. And you have like a nice disco vibe thing. All right, let's just go back to the electric. Thank you, Bunny. Yeah, I didn't play it many times on the live streams, and for no reason at all. All right, thanks, Mark. Thank you very much. So, I've been going around. Oh, by the way, another thing just popped up in your chat, which is the tip jar. We have a virtual tip jar. If you want to contribute to the live stream, you can do so by going to my website, www.albertolombardi.com/tipjar, tip jar, where you can make a small donation. Adriano is asking if I'm playing live in the next few days, and the answer is no. I don't have live happening until after Christmas. So nothing in the next few days. But since I've been touring a little bit with my Stratocaster tribute, where I play Hendrix, Clapton, Jeff Beck, all those great artists, I would like to play for you a Jimi Hendrix song. Grazie Franco, l'hai preso? Mi fa molto piacere. Lo dico anche in italiano, se qualcuno vuole contribuire c'è un virtual tip jar, albertolombardi.com/tipjar con la J, e potete fare una piccola donazione per sostenere il live stream, come se fosse una sorta di mini biglietto. E, diciamo un brano di Hendrix. I'm going to play an Hendrix song that is my friend Armando just popped in. He's an amazing percussion player and guitar player. He plays with his knuckles, the percussions with the knuckles. He's great. He's a great player. And also Bonnie Barnes, of course, she's a great player. Go check her out. Miko Uni. Okay, I won't translate that. Alright, so the Hendrix song that I would like to play for you is one of my favorite. It's a tad slower than I played usually with this backing track, but it's surely a fun song. Hold on a second. Okay, and let's go with this song. Yeah. Just get my pedals right. Open the guitar channel, and here we go. By the way, for those of you who would like to know, I have my Strat into my pedal board, and everything goes to my amp, which is in another room here in my studio. The microphone is in front of the amp, and everything goes into Pro Tools. Often people ask me about emulators. I do use them live. I have an Iridium from Strymon, which is a great emulator, but still nothing beats a real amp. In my experience, nothing. It can be the same for the people listening, but it's not the same for me. I do hear a difference beneath my fingers. When I play, something is different. And frequency-wise, I get more bottom end. The sound is more wide, is wider. And but the Iridium is really a fine machine. It really is. I think it's 90% there, which is a lot. In emulating my Fender kind of amp, maybe the Marshall is not quite there, I don't know, I'm not a Marshall user, but as far as Fender goes, the Iridium is really great. I just plug my pedal board in, and I'm good to go into the PA. So, let me play this Hendrix song. Enough talking. Stand next to your fire. Let me stir. Let me stir. Let me stand. Gonna take you home and sing my concern. Just play with me and you won't get burned. I have only one itching desire. Let me stand next to your fire. Let me stir. Let me stir. Let me stir. Now move over and let Jimmy take over. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And that was Jimi Hendrix. You guys like Jimi Hendrix? I love it. Let me play something else from Jimi Hendrix. Since I think we have time, I'm gonna play just a tiny bit of probably one of the most beautiful ballads ever written. She's walking through the clouds with a circus mind that's running round. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams and a fairy tale. All she ever thinks about is running with the wind. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles she gives to me free. It's alright, she said. Take anything you want from me. Anything. This was just a tiny bit of Little Wing. I don't have a backing track. I don't want to go into the solo without a backing track. So ho spostato la tazza. Ok. Ok, what can I play for you now? Giulia, ciao Giulia, bello vederti. Grande, grande. Grazie Adriano, non avevo visto la prima parte del commento. Me too, Mark. I think it's the best piece he's ever wrote, especially on the song perspective. He did write lots and lots of amazing riffs, but as far as a song goes, this is probably the best. Thank you, Braveheart, e grazie Monica, yuhu. Abbiamo fatto Little Wing per Monica, è tutta contenta. So, what can I play now for you? You guys have any questions about guitars, riffs, Jimi Hendrix, Stratocasters, Motown, Keezer capos? I use Keezer capos, I love them. I will play a song with this in a while, in a little bit. But I do want to play another song with the electric guitar, if you don't mind. Possibly one of my songs. So, I have a few records of songs, two actually, just two records. And one is called Home, and you can see it back there. And it's most recent record I did. It was mixed by Bob Clear Mountain. I always say this thing because I'm a huge fan of Bob Clear Mountain, because I like mixing, and since I do mix myself, I enjoy the brilliance of those mixer geniuses like Bob, like Michael Brower, like Chris Lord-Alge is another one of my favorite. Spike Stant. If you guys don't know the names, you can be sure that you have heard a record that they mixed. And the song that I'm going to play is actually on a previous record, and I worked on it with a very nice guy called Dave Kahn, which was the producer for a few records for Paul McCartney. He helped me with the vocals, because when I first played the tape to him, he said, I don't get the lyrics. And so he helped me to fix my pronunciation and the way that I articulated the words. So now it's a bit better, and if you listen to the record, you can understand what I'm saying. Alright. So Marcus got one of those capos. These are great. They call them quick change because it's very easy to just put one and put it off. Put them on and put it off. It's really fast, and they're really in tune for being a spring type of capo. So I really like them, and Julia, my friend Julia is an amazing singer-songwriter, very young, very talented, and she says that she doesn't ask for a song because I wouldn't know what song she's asking for. But this is cool as well. I want you to listen to it, Julia, and tell me if you like it. You probably know it, but I would like to play it for you. Che tipo di Motown utilizzi? Ricordo che usavi una Taylor con il pickup della Motown. So Adriano is asking what type of Motown guitar I use, and he remembers that I used to have a Taylor with the Motown pickup. I still do. I still have a Taylor guitar with the Motown pickup, and it's a great guitar. But it's much easier to replace a guitar that breaks if everything is native on the guitar. So I'm now using the Motowns for my live performances especially. And it's an 808, so it's very similar to the Tommy Emmanuel's model. But it's actually an anniversary. So it's been made for the 70th anniversary of Motown, so it's a kind of a unique guitar. Tommy also has one. He didn't tell me if he likes it, but he does have one. And it's a cool guitar. Sounds nice. Okay, the song that I would like to play is Perfect Lover. I hope you guys like it. Okay. So, sorry, I need to cough a little bit. I'm a bit cold. And there we go. Victim of a burning desire, of sensing every inch of you, of smelling every move you do. Once again, my pride's down the garbage can. How many thorns a rose must show before I decide to let it go? Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause you are the perfect lover, impossible to get over. Kissing, having, caressing, and then I want you so bad. You are the perfect lover, yet you are another beautiful mistake. Loud, your skin gone soft as a cloud. What necklace would you choose? With the sweet eyes and porn star shoes. Who are you gonna let tonight? Open the box and take a look inside. Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause you are the perfect lover, impossible to get over. Kissing and caressing, and I want you so bad. You are the perfect lover, yet you are another beautiful mistake. You're packing me up every morning, like a singing through an open door. Just to tie my legs to keep me from running. One thing you keep smashing me on the floor. You are the perfect lover, possible to get over. Kissing and caressing, and I want you so bad. You are the perfect lover, yet you were another beautiful mistake. Impossible to get over. Kissing and caressing, and I want you so bad. You are the perfect lover, yet you are another beautiful mistake. All right. I guess it's time. It's time. It's time to do what I always do in the middle of my live stream. I have this tribute to my father's help. So I will share a little bit of chocolate. Yes, I spoil you with my father. And we share. He eats it and I will eat it later. So it's just an excuse to introduce him.
Tu mi vizi, eccolo!
Eccolo qua.
Buonasera a tutti!
Morando, my father, chocolate for you.
Chocolate?
Chocolate?
Ragazzi, se non ci sentiamo, buon Natale a tutti!
Esatto. Merry Christmas. And yes, we will not see each other before Christmas, so Merry Christmas from now. Okay, I have a long comment from Bruce, my friend Bruce Krieger, and I would like to read it and answer. Thanks, Braveheart, and grazie, Diana. Grazie mille. Let me read Bruce's comment. For any Taylor players out there, I just purchased a Taylor GT Mahogany, and that Maiden Sound Hall feedback suppressor disc for a Maiden 808 will also fit a Taylor GT. That's interesting. So everybody go buy a Maiden feedback buster if you have a Taylor GT and you cannot find a feedback buster that fits in the hole, which is a bit smaller than regular Taylor guitars. And yes, I'm happy that it fits. Okay, let me get back to the acoustic guitar, if you guys would like that. And I have a couple more songs, maybe 3, to play for you. And these are all fingerstyle pieces, but the last one is also a very nice song, nice sang song. So let me just get back to my acoustic setup. And somebody was asking about this guitar, so I can show it to you. It's a regular 808, but the top is it's not satin, it's glossy, which is a difference from Tommy Emmanuel's guitar. But I think the woods are all the same, and of course it has the same pickup. But what you're hearing tonight, as usual, is a microphone that's right here. Let me show it to you. This is the microphone. It's one of my 2 babies. I have 2 very dear microphones from the 50s. These are tube, and this one is a KM54, which is a tube small condenser microphone with a very unworthy boom stand, but it's really comfortable to just put it on the table, on the desk that I have. Yes, the guitar sounds really nice. It has a great sustain. I like it that it sounds almost like an electric guitar for some things. The notes have a very long decay. And it does feel a little bit like an electric guitar for a few reasons. But let's just play it as an acoustic. By the way, you're actually hearing the microphone I have up here as well, which is for talking. It's another Neumann, but more recent. And I would like to play... Sorry, I didn't read the comment from Bruce all the way through. There was some kind of question at the end. No, he's actually saying that he figured out that it would fit just by watching the size of the hole. Ok, that's good. Ciao Marco, bello vederti, come stai? This is one of my oldest arrangements of a very great Italian song from the 60s. Let me play it for you. Okay, that was Volare, originally called Nel blu dipinto di blu, but the version that goes around the world is called Volare, so that's why I call it Volare. But in Italy it's called Nel blu dipinto di blu. And it's actually about a dream, it's not a love song, as the Dean Martin version is instead. It just talks about it's a love song, the Dean Martin version. The Italian one is actually a song about a dream, where the guy dreams about flying in a blue sky. That's why Nel blu dipinto di blu is the title. Ok. Grazie Marco. Chitarre straordinarie, soprattutto se utilizzate in ambito live. Assolutamente d'accordo. Il pick-up delle Motown è imbattibile al momento. The Motown pick-up at the moment is truly unique in the... you don't find anything that works that well. I've heard a lot of systems, everyone has got an advantage of some kind, but this is the best overall pickup that you put on a loud stage, and it definitely works. Especially on loud stages where usually systems are prone to feedback or sometimes they're harsh. This works very well with loud, very loud stages. And Tommy is a perfect example. Tommy Emmanuel is a perfect example of that. Because if you have that kind of volume on stage, it's so loud, so bassy, there is absolutely no roll-off of bass frequency when you do that type of concerts. And you definitely don't want a feedbacky instrument. You just want to be able to go loud and don't have any problems. By the way, if you do live gigs with the acoustic guitar and the sound guy just comes and rolls off the bass of your guitar, you go and punch them in the face, because that's the best way of ruining your sound. Usually what guitars need is a little bit of carving, if they need it, around 300, 400, 200, where the boominess is, but never roll off what's beneath 150 Hertz, 120, because that's the body of the guitar. And most guitars are really scarce over there, and you don't want to cut what's already not too present. But they just go and do it anyway. They think, oh, it's an acoustic guitar, I just need the top end. That's not true. You need the bottom end as well. And in fact, Tommy's sound engineer was really happy because Tommy switched from AR amps to Udo Rosen amps. It's the same builder, but he just made his own line of amps. And the difference is that they don't have a high-pass filter. They don't roll off the bass frequencies. You need the bass frequencies on a guitar. They have to be clean, but you don't want to just completely erase what's underneath 80 Hertz, because that's the body of the guitar. You can tweak it, but you don't have to erase it with a high-pass filter. And if you do live gigs, I'm sure it happened to you as well. Okay. Robbie is asking what kind of thumb pick I'm using, and if there's some kind of tip I can give to somebody that is trying to use it for the first time. So thumb picks are tricky. There's no way around it. If you always play it with your fingers or with a pick, the thumb pick is a pain in the ass. You have to get used to it no matter what pick you use. You need to exercise it. At first, it's going to be frustrating. Keep on doing it. That's what I did. It was really, really, really frustrating for me at first. These picks over here that I'm using are from Fred Kelly, and the reason I prefer them to other brands like Dunlop, or they're all just great thumb picks all around, but these are shorter, so the point, the tip is a bit shorter, and that's easier for me to control. And they're a bit softer, not too much, but a little bit softer, both on your thumb and on the strings. So coming from a medium pick, this is a medium, the one I use is an 0.88. I've always been using this Tortex 0.88 pick, and this is very close. I don't know the exact dimension, the thickness of the pick, but for me it's actually the best. Yeah, Fred Kelly. Hello John, what's up? And hello Mary Ellen from UK, Leicestershire. So I learned how to pronounce Leicester because when I first went to the UK when I was a kid, I say Leicester, and I now know it's Leicester. I almost missed a tube stop because of that. Okay, and same goes for Greenwich, which everybody says Greenwich, but British people say Greenwich, and I almost missed my stop. Alright, let me play another song for you. This is from the Motown era, and by the way, if you want to contribute to the live stream, you have the tip jar as usual, albertolombardi.com/tip jar. You can leave a small donation, like it was a pretty small ticket to watch this show, but we have a Christmas sale as well, and you just use XMAS22 code at checkout. You should have it in the chat. You can go and look for it, and you will get a 50% off everything on my store. So if you're into tablatures of my arrangements or other stuff, go there and you pay half the price. Okay, let me play the song from the Motown era. It's called You Can't Hurry Love. I was a bit rude with my mixer. I burst into laughing because Monica said pew, which is a joke between us, and I just started laughing, but I could control myself. Just at the end, I could just stop from bursting into laughing. Okay. Julia is asking if I have any suggestions about open tunings, but no, Julia, I don't use them. The only open tuning that I use is drop D, which is not really an open tuning. You just tune the E string down to D, so it's not really an open tuning. And I don't use them. I don't like them, so I wouldn't know what to suggest. But just go and experiment. There's a bunch that are really well known, like Dadgad, which is one of the most common ones. And you can try that one. Dadgad, Dadgad. So it's the name of the tuning of the strings, Dadgad. You can try that. Ciao Matteo. And there you go, you have the link for the Christmas special, 50% off. Okay, let me play one last song for you tonight. And this is a David Bowie song, which I really enjoy playing and singing. And it's called Life on Mars. If you guys have anything to ask me, do it now. I will answer at the end of the song. And then we will say Merry Christmas and goodbye for the night. Honky Tonk Woman is in open G. That's a good one. You can try that, Julia. Okay, so let me put my capo at the 5th fret so I can do my Lenny Brew impression. Lenny Brew was an amazing jazz guitar player, very good friend with Chet, and an inspiration for Tommy Emmanuel as well. And let me play the song and I will get to the questions that I've seen a couple of questions coming up the chat. But first, this is David Bowie. It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, and the mommy is yelling no while the daddy has told her to go. But the friend is nowhere to be seen as she walks through a sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, then she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film has a saddening bore, 'cause she lived it 10 times or more. She can spit in the eyes of fools as they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in a dance hall. Oh man, look at the cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up a wrong guy. Oh man, I wonder if he'll ever know. He's in a best-selling show. Is that life on Mars? Oh, it's on America's daughter brow. The Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. Now the workers have struck for fame, 'cause land's in sale again. See the mice with 1,000,000 hordes, from Ibiza to Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of town. To my mother, my dog and clown, but the film's a sad new boy, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be written again, as I ask you to focus on the sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, I wonder if he'll ever know. Isn't a best-selling show? Is that life on Mars? Oh. I just love the flat 5 at the end. I put it there because I thought it might give it, the arrangement, the end of the song, it might give it a little bit of mystery. The upper note is a flat 5, and that's the mystery note. In sci-fi movies, it's very present. It's the Lydian sound, and it's very mysterious. So that's why it's there. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks to my father. Let's give him an applause. And it's been a nice night. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Merry Christmas to you all. Remember that I have a Christmas sale, 50% off everything on my store, albertolombardi.com. And you just have to use the code at checkout XMAS22. And you'll get 50%. But you go to the website and it will show you everything. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!
Home is not a place. Home's when I see your face. After 1,000 years, it seems you've been always here. Well, I've had the same old jokes. For me, stayed the same, no walks. Picture this moment and just forever